Welcome back to Real Talks with Delphine. I'm your local real estate expert, and I love to highlight local businesses and nonprofit in Montrose, Colorado. Stay tuned for InSync Media telling us more about the Montrose Virtual Chamber of Commerce and what they do in Montrose. So let's talk about SEO, social media, and so much more. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Real Talk with Delphine. Today, I'm very excited to have not only a very high professional in our community, but also I'm lucky enough to call you a friend. So I have Laura here with me with InSync Media. Laura has been in Montrose for a long time and also really dove in the need in this community that we really need to explore more and grow. So Laura, welcome.
Hi, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, so am I. I'm really excited to be here and learn more about yourself and what you do. So tell me more about yourself.
Sure. So, well, my name is Laura, and I'm the CEO of InSync Media. And I started InSync Media back in 2016.
Nice.
We moved here to the Montrose area in 2014 for my husband's job. He is a Colorado State Patrol. And we moved out here with our 4 kids. So it was actually quite an adventure to even get out here because we moved from Michigan. And we had 4 kids ranging from 1st grade through 9th grade at the time. So while he was out here in training, I packed up the house, sold the house, and moved our family out here. It was a huge project and a huge adventure. And for the next couple of years, I was just really in deep mom mode, trying to help my kids get set up and established here. After a couple of years, I realized, you know, I need to do something for myself, and I need to reestablish my career and get going again because I had quit my job when I got married. So I started InSync Media. It was actually InSync Design for a while because I did graphic design.
I remember that.
Yes. Yep. So originally it was InSync Design, and then about a year and a half later, we decided to change it to InSync Media. And the reason we did that is because as much as I love graphic design, and I still do graphic design, and I'll always be a designer, I realized that my heart was really about providing the highest value to my clients so that they could get the most out of their marketing dollars. So I met other freelancers here in the area, and we started offering search engine optimization and social media, little photography, website design, and it's just kind of grown from there. So it started off very small, and I guess in the grand scheme of things, we are still a very small business, but we've been growing every year and been able to add on additional services, grow more streamlined, and really for me as the CEO, learning how to be a business owner has been the biggest personal development journey ever. And I realized that, you know, being a business owner is more than just saying, oh yeah, I own this business, I started this business, and I do these things for my clients. It's about learning how to operate a business at a much deeper level. So that's the operations, it's leadership, personal development, leading your staff, growing the team, and really empowering the team to rise up and become leaders in and of themselves as well. So this whole area of personal development, growth, leadership has been just the biggest part of the journey for me. And it's very challenging. You know, anytime you aim to sit out and grow, you know, as a person, not just your company, it is, you hit roadblocks and resistance. And I've had a lot of just personal traumas that have happened in my life over the last few years. Not to mention the collective trauma we all went through with COVID that just really hurt a lot of businesses in our area. It's definitely, it's a journey. And one thing I've learned with being a business owner is that the business only grows as much as I personally am willing to grow and change. And what gets and another little saying I hear all the time, what gets you here won't get you there. So what got me to a certain point in the development of the company is not what takes you to the next level. So anytime you have a big growth goal or you want to push to the next level, it requires a deep level of personal growth and change in order to be the person that can lead a team, that can grow a business to reach that next level. So like there's no end to it. You know, you just keep leveling up and growing and getting to the next level. So it's a journey. It's been fun and challenging and terrifying all at the same time, but that's where I'm at.
I love the journey. I will say something that I've personally learned from you working with you is to be able to take a step back and say and assess the situation and say, okay, what exactly are we achieving here? Where are we going? And how do we get there so you can stay there too? Because it's not just about getting there as fast or as best cost or whatever it may be. I think you really taught me that is to take a step back and say, okay, how do I get there so I can not only stay there, but get myself ready for the next step, right? Exactly. As we grow. Yes. And not only self-growth, but in your industry, it's also everything is moving in light speed, right? Everything is evolving and changing. SEO changes every day. When you started, SEO was the most important thing to focus on. And now we have social media and we have AI and we have all of these other items that add up to what you do, right? But in order for you to stay the expert, you have to keep researching.
It's really true.
And that's something you do very well as well. So tell me more about that research mindset of sometimes having to take a step back and as an example, social media.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. You know, you're absolutely right that the world of online marketing is evolving faster than almost anyone can keep up with. And so devoting the time as an agency to staying abreast of what's happening in the world of online marketing is one of the core things that we do here. For example, we just had Josh Vogel, who's our senior SEO account manager. We had him take an entire week and research AI, which is set to completely revolutionize our world as we know it. And
including Google.
Including Google, and specifically marketing. The way that we've done online marketing in the past is very likely not going to be the way we do online marketing in the very near future. And we want to make sure that we're staying on top of that. Now, the problem with that is that it's changing so fast that it's not like you can say, oh, we're going to do this one thing and it's going to set us up for the next 5 years. It's not like that anymore. You really have to just be constantly evolving and just staying on top of whatever it is that the world is doing in the world of AI. And that's just one example. We do prioritize education and a consultative approach in our agency. So our main services are search engine optimization, social media, and website development. We have a number of other services that help support that, but those are our core offerings. And in those services, everything changes very rapidly, and we have to help our clients understand that. One of the big reasons why people hire us is because online marketing is overwhelming and confusing, and it's a lot to get right. There's a lot of pieces that go into it for it to be successful.
Hashtags, wording, short or long descriptions, link or no link, and time of when we post.
Exactly, so many pieces to it.
And I really appreciate you mentioning education because recently we partnered to be able to educate and add value to the community. And if you missed it, we had an amazing social media training that you can find out both on our pages. We went live and talk about bringing to the community what we need to know and hear at this moment is so important to me personally. Education is part of real estate every day. Real estate is shifting, the market shifts, and education and knowledge is power. And so it's so important to me as well. And I love that class. I got so much from it.
Great.
But who was it hosted by? Not just by you, but I am so excited to talk a little bit more about the virtual Montrose Chamber of Commerce.
Yes. So the virtual Chamber of Commerce started in 2018 when the original Chamber of Commerce disbanded due to essentially insolvency. It was not financially viable to continue with it anymore. And I happened to be on the board at the time when it was dissolved. I just felt like the work wasn't done. The community still needed some kind of a chamber to continue. So we were able to purchase the domain after it went back into the public auction space, and we put up the virtual chamber almost like a holding spot. I didn't want the domain to just go out there and be picked up by some other Montrose in the country. There are multiple Montroses, and I didn't want it to get lost to maybe someone who'd be a spammer and just put bad stuff on there. We had a lot of value in that domain. So we haven't done a lot with it. It's essentially been like an online business directory, and it's completely free for Montrose businesses, which I absolutely love, to have a free option for businesses to register on there, create their membership, and then it does help them with their search engine optimization so they can show up better in searches. And then we send out e-blasts, and we do joint promotions on social media as well. And then just recently, so excited to partner with you, Delphine, to be able to offer quarterly lunch and learns that are completely free to the community. We offer lunch and an educational topic, something around online marketing to help the businesses and organizations, nonprofits be able to level up their knowledge in different areas. So the first one we did was on social media,
Yes.
and that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I learned so much, and I thought I knew a lot because I mean I really try my best to be out there, and but I've learned so much.
Yeah.
And I think after we brought this to the community, we get such great feedback, amazing feedback saying it adds value, we learned so much, we want to learn more. So we asked the local businesses, what do you want to learn about moving forward? And I love the answer because of course we all know that AI is there, but do we really know what to do with it? I know that I'm dabbling at it, but I don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
So here it comes. Big announcement, guys. We are going to have an AI Unleashed free training at the library. It's going to be limited because the space is limited. Yeah. So make sure you sign up soon. We'll make sure to post below the registration. But it will be a free lunch and learn again. Montrose Living will provide the lunch. And we're super excited to add this value to the community because no one in town knows really. Yeah. And the opportunity that we have Josh researching all of the ins and outs and really trying to get ahead of this is crucial for local businesses.
It is.
And one of my core value and belief is that I want to add value to the community and other small businesses. That's why I do these, and that's why I'm super excited. So November 3rd, 12:30?
12:30 p.m. at the library. You need to register. I'm sure we'll put the link below.
Yes.
go.insync.media/AI-unleashed is the URL. And yes, we're very excited about that. We're going to cover not just how to use things like ChatGPT, although that will be part of it because that's like the thing that everyone knows is how do I use ChatGPT, which is the newest AI resource. There's hundreds of AI resources out there that small businesses can use, but the bigger picture is what is AI and where is it going in the next few years, and how do we position our small businesses to not get left behind? Think about this, back in, say, the mid-90s when the internet was around, but it was still kind of new, and not a lot of businesses had websites up yet, and the ones that did had a massive head start in what ended up becoming a massive cultural shift in how we do business. We had to get online. This is 1995. For AI, and it's absolutely vital we understand that this is going to completely change the way we operate online. Everything is changing, and so we're going to help businesses understand what that could look like and how to position themselves to be in the best possible spot as this starts to unfold over time. Yes. Very excited about this.
I am very excited as well.
Yeah.
I can't wait to learn. I can't wait to know even how to use it properly because I use it and I love it, but I also know that I'm not even scratching the surface. Yeah. So I really want to dive in and I just can't wait.
It's going to be a fun one.
Hey Drew, can we count on you for this? Will you be there? Yes.
Awesome. Thanks, Drew.
So we will also be live.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Drew.
November 3rd, put it on your calendar.
That's right. We'll be there on November 3rd at 12:30. We'll bring lunch, most likely Jimmy John's or something delicious that you will love, and I just can't wait. So we covered the chamber, which I'm very excited about. It's really kind of making a comeback, and we're hoping again to bring that value back to the community.
Absolutely.
And we've covered a little bit about social media, but I think you also have, Ali was presenting our training, and I believe she has a kind of a new spot in your property, in your company as she grows.
She does.
Because I was the lucky one who had Ali for the first contract ever.
You did. So Allie is our social media account manager. So Allie is special. She walked into my office as a sophomore in high school when I was over at the Proximity co-working space and asked for an internship, just flat out asked. She's like, I need an internship. I'm so interested in marketing and design, and I'd love to work with you. And I was brand new at business. I'd been at this for all of 6 months myself. I had a handful of clients, and I was like, sure. She was actually my kids' ages, and I have a big heart for the kids and making sure that we can invest in the next generation. So she started with me as an intern, and then when that was over, then I went ahead and hired her part-time, and she worked for me all through high school and all through college. She's gotten married, and she finally graduated. Allie's been in school with the whole time I've known her until the last few months. So she has stepped up into a higher leadership position in the company as our social media account manager. Absolutely fantastic, just fun, creative, engaging. We have a little joke around here that if any of our clients don't like Allie, they're just bad people, and we don't want to work with them because she's just wonderful. And it's been wonderful to watch her grow and thrive and grow up really as a young woman. So she has taken, as I said, a big leadership position in the company with our social media, and she's spearheaded the effort to create a whole do-it-yourself on-demand learning portal for social media. It's called Social Media Essentials, and it's just a fantastic platform, over 70 different videos and modules that people can just log in and watch exactly what they need to watch to learn a specific skill. Like, how do I connect my Facebook and Instagram accounts? How do I optimize my Facebook and Instagram accounts so it shows up? How do I do hashtag research? All these just little pieces, and it's broken down into these digestible modules. And then the second thing she's taken leadership on is what we call our social media accelerator. So it's small group coaching, and our first coaching group starts tomorrow, and it's full. I think we might have one spot left if anyone wants it, but we're settled on our group, and she's going to walk a small group of businesses through a process of becoming empowered to post on social media for themselves, and how to create content, how to do hashtag research, how to understand your insights, and really the biggest part is overcoming that fear of putting yourself on social media. We talked before we got on about how it's intimidating to get on social media. It's intimidating to put yourself out there. I totally get it. I'm intimidated too. It's hard, but it's so important because there's no one else in the world like you and like me and like Allie, and the world needs and wants to hear our voice. And so many people could talk about these topics we talk about, but at the end of the day, what's the unique value that we provide? It's just here, just us being us. And we have to learn to overcome the intimidation factor and the fear of just being ourselves and putting ourselves out there. Yes. It's something I'm working on and leveling up myself on. As I mentioned, you gotta level up each step of the way.
Yeah, we all. The only way I do videos is because of Drew over here, because otherwise I would not have them, or I admire anyone who can, just stream and be so vulnerable and constantly be on Instagram and Facebook, and I just don't even know how they keep up. So I admire that.
I do too.
But it's big for me to be true to myself, and just I also, as you know, just love to give back.
Yes,
so that's
I know you do.
So important to me, and I think as we discover who we are, it's so important to stick with it, because the more I feel the more we shine, the more people try to take us down sometimes.
Absolutely.
And so
I think we both experienced that.
yes, and so to me, it's so important, and I want to say that to everyone really, is stay true to yourself no matter what. Because at the end of the day, you have to be okay with who you are.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what people think of you. The only one who lives with you 24/7 is yourself.
Absolutely.
So I am with you on that.
Yeah.
And I feel that energy every time we've done business together.
Yeah.
And for me, you're a huge inspiration
Oh.
of having to sometimes, because I go 100 miles per hour and I want to do it all, and to just take a step back. Like, what would Laura do? She would tell me to think about this and what are we trying to achieve and how do we get there? So for it to sustain later.
Yeah.
So thank you for being
absolutely.
a huge source of inspiration for me.
Yeah.
Your calmness and your kindness just went a long way for me. And I was lucky to work with you at the very beginning of my business.
Yeah.
And in the middle of COVID.
The beginning of our business too. We were kind of growing up together
Yes.
and learning these things together. And I've learned so much from you as well. And I loved your inspiration that despite some of the put downs and things that we've experienced, you just stand up again and you rise up with kindness and keep putting yourself out there. And I needed that reminder. So I'm glad to be here.
Yes, me too. I am so
Yeah.
glad you could make it. Well, guys, here we go. Do you have one last word for us?
Oh,
other than
sign up for AI Unleashed.
Yes.
We will fill this place up. We always have a really good crowd at our lunch and learns, and it's going to sell out. We have 50 slots. We'll do 2 people per business max. So you don't bring your whole team. We will be live streaming it, so you can always join us there. But do join us. We'll have lunch, and we're going to talk all about AI. When you sign up, you'll have an opportunity to tell us in the little comment box if there's anything specific that you want to make sure we cover or that you learn during this time. So put your comments in there, and we can actually craft a presentation that will answer everybody's questions and provide the highest value.
Yes, and I think to tag along on that, it was really on the social media training. What I loved were that all the business here were asking each other questions too. How do you do this? How do you do that? It really forms this. What's the word I'm looking for?
The community.
Yes, absolutely, community.
Yeah.
And it's almost this partnership between local businesses saying what works for you. And even when we're in the same field, we're still helping one another. And these events for me remind me on how we're so much stronger together.
Yes.
And so come and learn with us. It's going to be really fun and really informative. And we're going to add value to your business.
Yeah.
We guarantee it. So come join us November 3rd at 12:30. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Laura, so much.
Thank you so much, Delphine.